Hey fam, it's me Aaron for a comic show. I'm back from Heroes Con in Charlotte. That was a blast. I love that con. It's just comics and comics, indie comics, self-published comics, big names. Everybody's there. I loved meeting the guys from Space Riders. I'm wearing a shirt that had printed theirs, like screen print on demand, of Tarantula. Great hardcover that they did. Loved it. I just had a blast there. I like discovering something, and then a year later, those creators have made it big or have something that that has a bigger line at their booth. It's fun. If you haven't been to Heroes Con in Charlotte, it's a good place to go if you absolutely love comics. It is a bad place to go if you want celebrities, movie stuff, video game stuff, any of that. It's just comics, comics, and comics. This week of comics is great. I was, okay, here's the thing. Batman 25, this is Tom King's like opus. This is a perfect issue. It launches the War of Jokes and Riddles. It's anniversary size, extra size 25th issue. You probably heard all the hoopla, whether you wanted to or not, of issue 24, which is where Batman proposed to Catwoman. And that is a, if that's still a spoiler, don't blame me. The second print cover, he literally is saying, "Marry me" on the cover. So we have this for cover price in the store, plenty of them. And most stores will have that if they ordered the weird finagle that DC had us order to get it in 2 weeks, which is, you know, it's bi-weekly. So if the regular publishing cycle is 3 weeks, they can't have a second print out with the next issue unless they do some weird finagling, which they did. And I jumped through the hoops, yay. But this War of Joker and Riddles, it's what it sounds like. It's Riddler versus the Joker, and all of the other villains take sides, and Gotham's under siege. And where's the Batman? He's not at home washing his tights, but he might be in bed with Catwoman. No, not necessarily. Batman, he's telling some of this story, and Batman, it remains to be seen what the Button did with, what the ramifications of his own father telling him what his father told him, whether he still feels the drive to be Batman. So we'll see. But Tom King is killing it on this. Scott Snyder is going to kill it on Metal, and I'm just happy to be a DC dude. Now, 2 more DC Looney Tunes came out this week. They were both good. Wonder Woman Tasmanian Devil. This was awesome. Look at this Jim Lee Tasmanian Devil cover. This is Tony Bedard, Kitson on art, and I've always liked Tony Bedard. He's done a lot of Green Lantern stuff, but this was fun. It was like, you know, the Trials of Hercules, all that stuff. Well, there's the tests of the Amazons, and Taz happened to be one of the tests. And then Wonder Woman does more stuff with him. And then, like, what is so great about these books is the backup stories generally are by the same writer, but the backup stories are more animated, where the prime stories, the main story, is in regular comic art style and more like comic universe style. The backup stories, this one, Trojan Horse, is in a more animated style, and that was just tons of fun. I'm loving these Looney Tunes crossovers. I wanted these before they were even announced. I was arguing for them after the Hanna-Barbera stuff was so well. And this Lobo Roadrunner, all you need to know is Wile E. Coyote hires Lobo, a bounty hunter, to get Roadrunner. He's never been able to kill Roadrunner, stop Roadrunner, do whatever the hell it is he wants to do with the Roadrunner. So he hires Lobo to do it. And the backup story in the animation-heavy style is Bugs Bunny and Lobo. So that was also very fun. I mean, it's just fun. Looney Tunes and DC, these characters, these team-ups, I'm not saying something to do all the time, but these one-shots are just lots of fun. I'm enjoying it. It's cool to have something that's not so grim-dark. I'm happy about that. Speaking of grim-dark, Justice League for Suicide Squad, it's out in a hardcover, the entire thing in tie-ins, all together for $30. And this was one of my favorite crossovers. It was weekly, it hit hard, it was front-loaded, and then it stayed loaded. It wasn't dragging to like, oh, this crescendo, this the first boom. here's this crescendo. Oh, wait, there's more, this crescendo. Oh, but now there's this. Now they have to team up to fight this crescendo. And yeah, man, Williamson did a great job with that. Williamson and Rob Williams, the two writers, teaming up. But I'm giving Williamson the credit because I love Joshua. That's a great book. If you want an awesome, hard-hitting, lots of freaking action crossover, Justice League versus Suicide Squad is the book for you. It's fun. It has its comedic moments, but it's also pretty brutal too. Moving on to Marvel, Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man by Chip Zdarsky. Chip is funny. This guy, his star is on the rise. He had a long ass line at Heroes Con. You might know him from Howard the Duck or Star-Lord or with Matt Fraction on Sex Criminals, or Jughead. He's done plenty of fun stuff, but this Peter Parker, don't be fooled in thinking this is a tale of times past with Peter Parker or Peter Parker in high school or anything like this. Yes, he's wearing what appears to be his old costume, but I assure you this is in current continuity from, well, not the first page. The first page is the obligatory retelling of his origin, like it always happens, you know, it always happens. And then you have Human Torch saying, damn it, I've heard your origin millions of times, you know, it's been in 3 movies, what's your point? And then he starts talking about recent things that's happened in Dan Slott's run, and footnote to the editors like, yo, if you want to know more about it, read Amazing Spider-Man. But it firmly establishes it's happening now, probably post Secret Empire, and it has all the elements I like. I like team-ups, Human Torch team-up, Ant-Man team-up. I dig that stuff. It has family stuff that I dig with Peter, and then it has a huge cliffhanger last page, like big cliffhanger. And it seems like, at least for this first arc, Human Torch is going to be an ongoing co-star in this book, which is very fine by me. Oh, and Adam Kubert art, I should mention that. But there is a big cliffhanger at the end that throws some stuff of Peter's life into probably chaos, as you know, the Parker look and all that. And I'm excited, I'm on board, let's go, this is fun. If you want to change from the Dan Slott corporate Spider-Man stuff, the worldwide story, this is the book for you. Or if you enjoy that, but would also like to have more of a classic Spider-Man, but in current continuity, this is the book for you as well. And we'll see where it syncs up, how they sync up. If he's just wearing this costume for this book, no, that's not true, but he is wearing that old costume here, and we'll see where it syncs up, but this is a lot of fun. And Secret Empire, Underground #1 is out. The Resistance, I like it. They're the best part of Secret Empire. Let's see them take out Hydra. And also for Marvel, Weapons of Mutant Destruction. It's a one-shot that leads into a crossover of Weapons of Mutant Destruction. It seems maybe arbitrary that it's Totally Awesome Hulk and Weapon X crossing over, but they are both written by Greg Pak. So you have to read both of his books now, or none of his books now, at least for the next few issues. And, you know, Hulk and mutants and Wolverine and Weapon X all have a shared type of history where Wolverine first appeared in the Incredible Hulk 181. So, you know, it does make some sense. And it's ends Pak. So if you're reading both books, just keep reading both books and make sure you get this one shot because that sets it up. Great Star Wars week. Vader 2 is out. We did a Charles Soule panel. I hosted it at Heroes Con. That was a lot of fun, and Charles seems like he was really nervous about taking on Vader, and it sounds like he has some great plans. He's bringing his A game to Vader. He knows if the fans turn him on Vader, it's going to be bad for him, but he's loving this time period that he's doing, you know, right after Sith, and this issue was great. And check out his Darth Vader. It's not the previous run, which was the previous volume, which was, you know, like during the trilogy. This is before the trilogy. This is before the Death Star plans. That's there. So get that. Darth Maul's out, enjoying this book. That takes place before Phantom Menace. And then Poe Dameron, Annual is out. This was fun. Even if you're not reading Poe Dameron's regular title, who cares? You have General Organa sending him on a mission that, you know, she may have to disavow, whatever, and he's on a mission just for Leia, and it flashes back several times to her sending him on the mission and how it's going awry and how he's not necessarily following her instructions. And then in the end, they meet up again, and she kind of gives him a pat on the back and says, yeah, you know, going against orders is part of the resistance. This is part of, that was big in the Rebel Alliance. Poe Dameron, you have a future as a main character in the Star Wars universe. But this was a very cool story, and I definitely enjoyed seeing Poe interacting with Leia as a general. That was neat. That was really cool. And unfortunately, we're not going to get that probably in the movies unless they film some stuff in advance or do weird CGI. So that issue is good and relevant. For Image, Crosswinds, this is Gail Simone's new book with Kat Staggs on art, and it's more of a realistic book with you know, the realistic style, realism art style. It seems like kind of digital photo reference, whatnot. I thought it was going to be one thing, and it turned out to be something else. Like, yes, it's like Freaky Friday. Yes, these two characters get crossed, and one mind's in one body, one mind's in the other body. But it's not anything to do with like CIA stuff or spy stuff or anything that you would normally get in something weird like this. It's a mobster and a soccer mom. So they get switched. So I'm excited. I don't know who's going to get revenge first. The soccer mom probably is in an abusive relationship, so the mobster in her body is probably going to take care of business with that. I'm intrigued, and I'm going to keep reading it. It's cool. So if you like Gail Simone, you know her style, and it's just whether this premise excites you. So flip through it, pick it up, support Gail Simone. And then finally, the most absurd book of the week, Shirtless Bear Fighter, first issue. There's a nude variant, actually. I'm not, you know, having a speech impediment. It's literally the nude variant. He is nude for the first half of the book at least. He eats flapjacks. He fights bears. He was raised by bears. And then one evil bear, kind of like, you know, Scar from The Lion King, is like, oh, I need to take over and, you know, get rid of humanity. He's like, wait a minute, I'm human. The bears, I'm going to have to fight you and your evil bears. So he's a bear fighter. Like, come on. It's in kind of the same vein as the Grizzly Shark stuff that Image did before. It's not that creative team. I met the creative team at Heroes Con. They seem like great guys, and it seems like they're going to be doing a whole lot of fun stuff with this. And there's an 8-bit video game that you can download and play that is Shirtless Bear Fighter fighting bears, and I'll link to that. But this was a really fun book, and if you want some kind of dumb, silly, fun stuff, get Shirtless Bear Fighter and at least flip through it. And the dong is pixelated, so like you can see how large it is, and you know, you could see that, so it's comedic, but you know, you're not going to have like this dong in your face, so don't worry about that. It's not, you know, adults only. It is a mature reader book, but there's no actual, you know, dongs. There is dongs, but it's pixelated. So enjoy Shirtless Bear Fighter, Pantless Bear Fighter for the first half of the book, and he definitely puts on pants, and he'll probably have pants on for the rest of the series. So get that if you are an immature adult like me. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.